Hi guys, you're welcome to my YouTube channel today. I hope everyone is doing all right. It is a sunny um, Sunday here in London. I'm recording today, Sunday the 23rd, and we have a very interesting topic today. Just like always, you know what we'll do in this channel. We try to educate, we try to enlighten, we try to just bring in people with some interesting and very juicy topics just to get the conversation going. So you're welcome today, and today I have a very interesting guest. It is someone I've known for a very long time, and yeah, he's a brother to me. He's a friend, and known him for a very long time now. Um, uh, Ladies and gentlemen, help me in welcoming Mr. Kenneth. Hi Ken, how you doing today, bro?
Yeah, hello. Good afternoon, bro. Yeah, how is it? How are you doing? This is
I'm
Kenneth
good. I'm good. Thank you.
on the line. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
okay.
How is Madrid today?
Yeah, Madrid is as it stands now is 31 degrees hot. You can see what I'm putting on. Even I'm supposed to even take
Yes.
off this if it's not the video. I'm feeling so hot. So, but that's the weather for you. That's the weather. This what makes Spain what it is, and what make people
Yeah.
usually come around Europe. They prefer the weather coming down to Spain to stay. They buy houses and probably they try to tan themselves, like they say, but we don't usually need the sun. They need the sun, probably. So it's good to have you, bro. It's good to have you on this
It's
forum.
it's been a long time. I mean, well, how long have we known each other? We met at Madonna, obviously.
Yeah, that's
Was it a 1 year, two?
2009.
I think you were match batch,
2009.
weren't you? You
Yeah,
were
March,
match
March.
batch, right?
I am, yes.
Yes. Be careful, and it's been a long time. And I mean, honestly, thank God for technology. Obviously we've been talking for a long time. We're supposed to even meet
Yeah,
up in Spain, and unfortunately, I missed your wedding,
sure.
which was a sad one. But we've been in contact ever since, and it's great to have you on the channel today. And we'll have a very interesting topic today. I mean, let's just kick it off, right? Just tell us a bit about yourself, Ken.
Yeah, I would say let me start from my background. Probably let me just be brief. I was born in Lagos, from Imo State to be precise. I studied in Lagos in Command Day Secondary School in Ikeja. So after my secondary school, I moved on to Madonna University, where I finished my degree in banking and finance. So
Yeah.
after the study, I went back to Lagos, then hustling and bustle. Then I traveled out of Nigeria in 2018 with a study visa, which I came to Spain directly, Madrid to be precise. I studied international business for my master's for 1 year. And after the master's, I decided to stay
Mm.
back in Spain because I love the country. Yeah, for me, I would say Europe. People say Europe, language barrier, this, that. No, but you come to countries where it's a tourist destination where people troop in every day. People from England, people from all over the world, USA, Canada wants to be in Spain, and especially going to see the Real Madrid stadium, or probably going to the tour. It's like a god. It's like a god in this country. So football,
Yeah.
tourism, um, call it service based, anything service based here, hotel, and Spain is beautiful. Spain is very beautiful. People don't even want to travel. Like the indigenes of Spain, the citizens here don't travel out. They don't go out of their country because they believe everything they want is here. Anywhere they want, the kind of weather they have all kind of weathers in Spain. I could travel
Yeah.
from now to the north now, and it's cold there. I can travel from the north to the south. It's windy. I can go to Tenerife, the
Mm.
island, like an African weather where Africans are more there. Africans
No,
are more
yeah.
there. Even in Malaga, there are lots of blacks. People who just because the weather is always like the same. It's not cold. It's always hot.
Yeah.
They are like humid.
Yeah, I mean,
So I've also
bro,
traveled to some
bro,
parts in
I have
Spain.
to agree with you, man. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I've been to Spain.
Yeah, you
It's
came now. You came. You came.
I
You
was
came. You came to Spain. Yeah, you told me
I,
about
I
that.
was up in Mallorca, and oh
Wow.
my god, it was incredible. It was
The
incredible.
next one, you try to go
Um,
to Ibiza, huh? Go to Ibiza.
it's
No.
it's cool. And to be fair, there was a free that that was going to Ibiza from Mallorca. There were boats. But no, we didn't have the time because
Yeah.
I had other commitments. Anyway, I
Yeah.
mean, well, you've touched on a lot of the topics that we're going to go into. Obviously, we're going to talk about football. We're going to talk about Madrid. You've already talked
Yeah.
about a little bit about like how it is.
No,
It
that's
is
the
a
best
huge
club in the
thing. I
world,
mean,
right?
obviously,
That's the best club in the world right now.
of
Nobody
course
will
you say
dispute
that.
that. In Europe, that's the best club in the world right now, as we stand. Yeah,
Well,
it's not.
I I I, I agree with you because obviously the Champions League the numbers says it all, doesn't it? The numbers says it all. So yeah, let's just what was growing up like. You talked about, you said you grew up in Lagos. What was growing up like? What was it like? What can you remember?
Bro, if I start talking about my story today, I think would not really go, but I just have to be brief. Um,
Yeah.
Growing up in Lagos, I think from a family of seven, and
Mm.
my parents also. Then I speak Yoruba very well. I speak Igbo too, but
Yeah,
my
I
parents
know. I
didn't
know.
know how to speak because I grew up like probably I would not say the street. There are different categories of street. You understand? Everybody's in the street in this
Yeah.
world. Everybody's up for one or two things.
Yeah.
Everybody's going for ends meet and all that. So there's no kind of hustle I've never hustled. I went to a secondary school which is in the barracks, and when you have a friend like when they say barrack boy or the father is a soldier or the father is a police, you know the kind of family
Mm.
that, and especially when it's a barrack, a military barrack. So I grew up
Mm.
from a disciplined family. My dad is so disciplined. I can remember back then when I go to school, I go play football in the barrack after classes. I go and all my school buttons are torn because when I'm playing football, your friend will want to mark you and drag your shirt. All my buttons will just go off. And when I go back home, bro, it's like hell. My dad will just start beating me, and because they will tell me I leave what I have to do and just go and play football. I didn't do anything at home whatsoever. But I believe it's just growing up. It's just like the lifestyle then when we had. Like I was just too into football. I was playing, and it got to a point. My dad had to, when he went out of Nigeria, he started sending me football boots and all that to play. But our country, the way our country is now, and age is
Yeah.
what was on our side before we left. So it
Yeah.
wasn't like we can
Um,
now do.
I honestly, bro, I have a question, down the line about, football because man, you were such a baller, bro. Like, and I have a question down there. So
Yeah,
I can just go up and ask it now. So what
sure,
happened to
sure.
football? Because I know you're obviously a very passionate person about football. What
Bro,
happened?
bro,
What happened to football?
bro, bro, I would say I was a diehard fan of football, but I think I wouldn't blame it on the government. But the thing is, back where we come from, I wish I was out of
Yeah.
here. I was here in Europe for maybe when I was like 12 or 13, and I would probably chase my career in football. In Nigeria, we're not really
Yeah.
given opportunities like that. You understand? And before
Yeah.
you can wake up, age is not on your side, and you can't cheat nature. Never. You can't
Yeah.
cheat nature. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can probably do whatever
Um,
you can do to do what you have to do to get there, but at the end of the day, you might not play for long.
mm,
So it is something that we have to create this culture of like trying to start catch them young, like from 5, from
um,
3. Imagine my kids now. My daughter of 3 knows how to swim right now. Imagine. So imagine I now build her to be like a swimmer, like from 3, and you're swimming from
yeah.
3. Imagine
Yeah.
when you're 16, what you would be. You would be a shark now or a fish. You understand?
Yeah.
So that culture is what we have to emulate. Like we need to start having that culture, like not beating kids when they go play football. At least encourage them, give them boots or do other things to make them going, because it's real. It's real. When you
Yeah.
start from young to start training, you'll be there. I had passion playing. Even at when I was still at my peak, I wish I had find a way to
Oh,
leave or have this opportunity to just go for greener pastures to play football, or I have a
I
good
mean,
manager. But I think it's just the way it is. When I got here late, probably to do my masters, I was playing. I was still playing. I would
mm,
go to play, and people were like, "Dude, at your age, you can run like this. At your age, you still play this active football." And I was like, "Bro, I was trained
yeah,
to do this. I was trained to do this." So I would
yeah.
always want to have the
And
passion.
at that time, there was already mileage, right? So
Ah,
the thing you talked about earlier about age and time,
yes, the age
you
and
know,
yeah, yeah,
it, it,
a lot.
at that time there
It
was
tells
no
a lot.
opportunity anymore to move in professionally and play
It tells
football
a lot. Yeah,
professionally
yeah.
because the
Actually,
time,
after I came here, I was
mm,
playing, and at the long run, I knew I got to know that this thing is probably. I had this course I did for coaching course and also to do referee. You know, like this FIFA
yeah,
license.
official,
Uh,
yeah.
Official. So, but I'm still on it right now because the exams and to do that course is very expensive. So, but I'm on it. For the passion of football. So, and also I would want to go into an
Mm,
MBA and a masters in sport management in the Real Madrid state.
management, yeah.
The Real Madrid management. So I would love to. That's I'm keen
Honestly,
for football. Since I can't play now, I probably also would want to go into sports, either being a coach or a manager or a referee.
be an administrator. Yeah, yeah. I mean, obviously,
Yeah,
and yeah, you're right. And obviously, I'll give you all the encouragement for that because obviously, we still need people with the technical knowledge, that can set up because we don't have. You talked about the structures back home. We don't have
yeah,
the structures in Nigeria, and that's part of the reasons why talents are just, wasting
yeah,
talents are not being discovered on time and all that. So
yeah,
it's a big problem. So yeah, kudos to you on that. Obviously, we're still going to talk about the Euros. So there's more football coming up, in this conversation. So let's not talk about football here. Let's just leave it a bit more down the line.
yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah.
you know, yeah, okay. We've already talked about growing up. So now what would you say is the most interesting thing about growing up, for you in Lagos, apart from the football, what were other things that interested
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
when you were
What
growing up?
interests me more is the ethics of life and the orientation. You would really have it. Like you understand. I grew up. I didn't grow up on a platter of gold. Do you understand? My family was
Yeah.
like an average, and I would say probably going to Madonna community was the one paying my school fees. But at the end of the day, you still know where you're from. You understand? And
Mm,
I try to protect my family name because that's the most important thing. And my father usually tell us like that's what you have to do. Don't let us down. Don't let us down. Always be there.
yeah.
So don't. So I had that orientation like, and the street life in Lagos. You learn everything you want to learn at any young age. You learn the good, the bad. You not have to
Mm,
choose. It's a choice. You understand? It's a choice.
mm.
You actually choose what you want to go for. At least you know the bad, you know the good. Then you choose if it's the bad one you want to go through or the good phase.
You want to go
So
or yeah,
it's I was
yeah.
exposed from a young age because where we lived are at Ikoyi. That's where I grew up, and I went to my secondary school in Ikeja, which is the capital of Lagos. So
Mm,
I was all over in Lagos there, but because actually we don't usually travel to the east for the
a
like
lot.
Eastern.
Mm,
When we go to east now for December or those kind of masquerade dance of that.
Christmas.
My dad was not really in tune with that, but we usually go once in a while. And actually, I now had to start traveling to the east frequently when I was in Madonna because I go see my grandma, and my
Yeah.
grandma was what's it called? This palm kernel. She deals in red oil, like the red
Mm,
oil.
money.
Yes. So I usually go to
Mm,
Maniri. Yes, I usually go to the farm to get the raw material, to take off the seeds and probably process it to the bag, and they send it to process red oil. So I that's how I now started getting the culture. Like I'm back from the eastern, and
yeah.
actually. Well, growing up in Lagos, my dad taught us the language. I speak Igbo very well, and I speak
Yeah,
Yoruba too.
yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
so for me,
I mean,
it was
I can testify to that.
yeah. So for me, it really helped
Yeah.
me so much to socialize with people a lot. And at times, people would be surprised: Are you Yoruba? Are you Igbo? Are you Igbo? Are you Yoruba? So
Mm.
it's
Yeah, I mean, obviously, some of us that grew up in Owerri then, we met in Madonna and we grew up in the environment and everything. You could see some people that maybe were from Lagos, Abuja, or elsewhere where it's not a predominantly Igbo speaking area. You could see the
yeah,
ones that had the passion, the ones that had the interest in speaking the language, always like try. You
yeah,
could see it, and you were one of those people. You know, you,
yeah.
you always, even though you could tell that you don't actually have like the tongue,
The
but
intonation, yeah, yeah.
you try a lot,
Yeah,
and the basics. At least you know the basics, and you have the
yeah,
interest, which was really good, which says a lot about you as a person. And truly, that's one of the reasons why you're one of the few people from Madonna that I still keep in touch with regularly. Was because of who you are as a person, and
yeah,
that's really fantastic. Honestly, I can't obviously a family person now. We're going to talk about also like um, you've told us how and why you moved to Spain. So now I'm just going to ask, you're married. You talked there about your kid as well. So
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm officially married.
um, how did you how did you meet your wife? And how long have
Actually,
you known your wife?
I met my wife a year after I arrived Spain. I met her a
Mm,
year after I arrived Spain, and we've been dating. We dated for almost 4 years before I had to, not the tie, like probably say, propose to her that I'll
mm,
get married to her because this is a Western world. You need to probably know what you're going into first and know if it's
yeah.
something you can handle and something that can make you happy. That will probably, when you think about coming back home, you're so happy and not probably
Mm,
branching the parlor to have some drinks before you go home. So the thing is, marriages in the Western world, everybody is a lion in it. So one has to play the role of
yeah.
the quiet one, and yeah. So for me, I took my time because I met her in church, but actually through my dad because my dad
Mm,
has been here for a long time. So I think he has done
yeah.
some maybe survey and probably
So,
got to know the background of my wife before he had to tell me that I should approach to get. So I just remember how we met and the first meeting we had because I got her number and she was expecting my call and I didn't call her for almost 2 or 3 months, bro. Because one, I came down to Spain. I was going to school. I was studying all. Now when you're in a new environment and you're
yeah.
studying and it's a
Trying to
master,
settle.
you have to
Yeah,
adapt
it's
with
not
the
easy.
technology and everything. You have to do
It's not easy.
presentation every day after class. You and my course was like an international course, which had like 38 different countries in one class. Imagine 38 different countries in one class. So
Yeah.
up and doing where you have the collectivist set of people in some country and you have the individualist, which I would say people from like you imagine people from the states coming and you guys are in the same group and I'm from Africa and we are trying to make a project. Everybody will be
Yeah.
like, I have to do my part, I have to do my part, I have to do my part. So I was like trying to fit into the collectivist part, but I'm collectivist from where I'm coming from. We like to do things in group.
Yeah.
So I was trying to
Yeah.
fit into the
Yeah.
individualist part where I have to do my own part also because of the group where I am. So we usually do the presentation, the Google presentation, and everybody has to put in his own project. And at the end of the day, we have to now do a presentation in class every day, anytime we go to class. So that's
Mm,
how we did it. And I was done with my master's for 1 year. Then I had to proceed. Probably I decided to stay back. I wanted to leave Spain actually, but my dad was like, "No, where are you going to? Just stay back. This is a good country for you to stay." So I decided to find my way
Mm,
because actually the language barrier too is it plays a lot, but in the center here it's not really. But I also speak the
it's
language a
not that.
little. Yeah,
Mm,
yeah. Because my master's was in English, not Spanish. So actually, after
yeah.
studies, I
So,
started
but you
catching
speak
the.
Spanish now.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, that's
I
good.
do.
That's good. That's good. Yeah,
I
very
do.
good.
I do.
Fantastic. Yeah, honestly, it's good to. I've been trying to learn German since like forever. Since like Father, what's that Father Igodelo?
Original.
I've been trying.
Original.
Yeah, I know a little bit of German, but not so strong. Funny enough, I'm gonna drop down in Stuttgart in July for
Oh, that's
something, just for a bit. Anyway, that's by the way. Um, yeah. So it's good. It's good to know as many languages as possible.
yeah, it is.
Some of us now, at least we know now that our kids, we're gonna have to help them, put them in an environment to learn as many languages as possible because it's very, very is important, you
Yeah.
know. Yeah. So yeah, let's just get on to what you do. Obviously, we spoke a little bit about it, and Spain. I was just checking some statistics and all that about the tourism industry, and obviously, uh, you know, based on the Travel and Tourism Index of 2023, Spain is the number one travel destination in Europe, followed very closely by France, and then Germany. Um, I mean, this is a huge sector, very huge sector. The tourism industry is huge, and obviously, myself as well as a person, I'm someone that loves to travel. So I've traveled a bit around Europe, in the past few years, and yeah, I can see why it is such a huge, because people want to see new things. You know,
Yeah.
people want to see something they've not seen before.
Before.
So yeah, well, I'll put the question just simple. How did you get into the tourism industry? How did you get into the industry? How did you start working in it?
Yeah, actually, for me to get into something, I would have passion for it. I don't like to waste my time over things that I'm not interested in. I had passion for it, and I always loved to travel. Like when I was still battling with my resident permit, when I was still on my student status, I went to Portugal,
Yeah,
Lisbon. I was in Lisbon when I was still studying, and before my resident permit, I traveled around Spain. I was in Tenerife. I was in a lot of places in the islands too. I traveled to, so I have this passion for like I love to see new things and I like to travel. So and it started a friend that was that was into the industry. He's like a tour guide in Nigeria. He sends people to
yeah,
Zanzibar, to different part of Africa, to different part of the world. Like they send them for when they get there, they go. They have a tour guide and that will take them around. So he contacted somebody to like that he has a client coming to Madrid and there's nobody that could actually
so,
take that person on a tour. And he needs somebody that is enlightened, that has the flair, that is young, that has also have experience of the country. So this my friend
yeah,
had to he works in the embassy. He contacted me and asked me if it's something I could do. So that was like a starting point for me. And I said, oh, fine, I'm going to take the opportunity. It's not rocket science. It's
mm.
something I actually know the location. I know these places to take to the person to, and the person will be amazed. So
So that's
I
interesting.
I had to take the person off from the airport. Like when you treat people the way you want to be treated. So I
Hmm.
probably took the person around the stadium, different location. Even I had to take the person to. I took the person to somewhere that even the person that sent me on the trip did not even know. So you understand? And the person was like, he had to now, after the trip, he reverted back to the company that sent him that, wow, like he had a nice time and everything went well. That I actually did a lot, and he was like giving reference, you understand? So the
Yeah.
guy called me, the guy that called me and was like thanking me. I said, no, it's not a problem. It's something I know how to do. I think I can do because I know the locations. So after that,
Yeah.
I started, not that I'm officially doing it because it's just like a freelancing job because I do other things. You understand? So
Mm.
I take people on
Yeah.
trips. I take people on like we go for tour and we do sports, like hiking, like skydiving, and we do sports like ski. You know how skiing now in the
Yeah.
snow.
Or beach. Yeah.
Yeah. If that you've been current with my videos at times, you see where I go to the mountain, top mountain, and I ski
Mm.
down. I train to do that. It
Yeah.
wasn't an easy task. Like it's risky, but
Ah,
it's a fun sport. It helps you to
yeah.
relax. Yeah, it helps you a lot, like health wise. So I take
Yeah. Of
people on a
course.
trip, like yeah. So we also go there. We do like nature. We travel to places where like natural things, natural camping and stuff like that, like which is
Mm.
outside the sub area or the city. Like a lot of people like to just go and chill and listen to the way animals are sound. Like like when you go to nature, natural
Yeah.
place, the way it is. So many people like to be on that place, like because of you staying in the city all the time, noise of car everywhere is crowded and all that, and you go to somewhere quiet and everywhere is
Mm-hmm.
calm, good breeze and all that. So people pay a lot to do that. They pay a lot to do that, as in seeing something different. So that's how I got into it, and probably I've been traveling to different regions to also like try to know the culture and all that. And even last year, I was in Switzerland. I was in Switzerland for 1 week or so. So Europe is a beautiful continent. I would say to be
Yeah.
honest.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm
I
not gonna
can't
lie,
compare.
bro.
I can't compare.
Nice. Um.
I don't know. I've not been to America or Canada or whatever, but Europe that I know,
Is
it's and
awesome. Yeah. Great.
especially
Great. I mean.
when you
Okay.
can go on a
Mm.
train trip, on a train trip, on a bus trip to different countries, and bro, it's amazing. It's amazing. It is.
Mm. I agree with you. I agree. I in one of my many trips, I've stopped over in Poland for a while.
Wow.
And I was surprised. The airport in Poland. I was like, that was their capital, Warsaw.
Wow.
It's a massive, massive airport. And I was looking at it, and I'm trying to, in my head, compare it with the airport we have in Abuja, the new one. I'm like, it's miles apart, miles apart. You can't even compare.
No, you
And I'm
can't.
like,
You can't.
what is going on?
You
You
can
know?
you can never. Especially what about Charles de Gea? Charles de Gea in France, bro. The first time I arrived France because I had to take my trip from Nigeria to I took Air France to France, from France to Spain. When
Yeah.
I arrived at Charles de Gea Airport, bro, I was like in the airport trying to transit, and I was walking for more than 40 minutes. I was inside the airport still walking around to
Inside
go
the
and
airport.
transit. Like the airport is so big, like it's huge and it's like beautiful. Like so, it's just
Oh
is like.
man. Anyway, we're not here to
So
talk about Nigeria in
how
that
many
way.
countries have
Anyway.
you been to? How many countries have you visited right now in Europe? If you're
Oh,
counting.
I've been to a lot. That's a good question. Spain, Italy, France. I've been to Paris, Poland, Montenegro.
Mm.
Uh, yeah, there's probably two more in there that I can't remember now. Yeah, two or three more there. Yeah, yeah. I've been to. Yeah, and hopefully I'll be in Budapest as well, Hungary,
Mm. Mm.
next month. So yeah, I like to travel. It's just what you know. So
It helps. It
yeah.
helps. It helps. It helps. It helps. Traveling is more
Experiences
experience.
is what we live for.
Yeah, you get more
Experiences
experience.
is what we live for, and that's
Yeah.
why it's not part of it's not part of our it's not part of what we do from
It's not our
Nigeria.
culture. It's not in our culture. But when you
Yeah,
come here, you have to adapt to what people do. An
yeah,
average
yeah.
citizen here might earn $500, but he plans his trip for his vacation.
Mm,
It's not that it
yeah.
is too expensive to do. It is not expensive. There are some trips
Mm,
that are not
yeah.
expensive.
It's
You
not. It's
plan
not.
it ahead of
Of
time, and
course.
you can even go on a road trip or train trip, whichever transportation you're getting to your final destination. Do you understand? So
Mm-hmm.
I believe when
Mm-hmm.
you plan on time, if you want it expensive, it's expensive. If you want it cheap or average, you just go for
Yeah.
it. But it,
Yeah.
it
Very true.
helps.
Very
It
true.
helps.
Very true. You
It
can make
helps.
it either luxurious or just normal
Yeah,
normal trip.
on a low
So
key, like
it's
yeah, it's part of it. You enjoy
mm,
it. So far you're happy and you're having fun. You're good to go.
yeah. So then just going back a bit on being a tour guide. Since you've been doing it for a while. So like, what are what are the challenges involved in being a tour guide, and then what does one need to be a good? Because obviously you need, I think, communication skills. That's probably the number one thing. But what are the
Sure.
challenges, and what other skills do you need to be good in the job?
Yeah, actually, to be a tour guide, the disadvantage, the only challenges I'll see there is probably I don't think there are some companies that register it, but the thing is something if you're doing it on a personal thing, you have your customer base, you have clients that are interested to come to the country where you are and probably take them around if it's in
Mm,
Europe or whatever or in Spain to be precise. You understand? I would say the challenges there is on how to get the for me, I'm not like in general the challenges I'll be having is probably getting the clients and probably them coming over. But for me here, probably setting up the business here or anything wouldn't be a challenge. And as well
mm,
as you also speak the language, you try to speak a little bit.
yeah.
You can communicate with the locals wherever you go to. Like if you go to a different province and you need something around that area, you'd probably have to communicate with them in the local language. It's not for your client, it is for you in person to do that because that's why the
Yeah.
client is paying to be his tour guide because he doesn't know the language, he doesn't know anything. So you are like the security, the bodyguard, you are everything. You understand? You just have to all like be
Mm,
professional at times, and also you have to be like a street mafia. You have to be a mafia too because there are some places you go to you don't really know well. You have to watch
yeah.
well. You have to just you understand
Yeah.
you see local
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
especially we I wouldn't say in quotes like for me I don't give a at times there are some communities you get into and people stare at you like imagine you're the only black person around that environment or dark skinned person
Mm,
let me know more black like dark skinned person or color. So the thing is like
yeah.
it plays a major role at times when we go outside our jurisdiction or outside our coverage where we know very well. So I think it's a major
Okay.
challenge. But for the job
Yeah.
and the country, that depends on the country because Spain is welcoming. Spain is like I would say hospitality and service based country. Spain don't
Okay.
really produce a lot of things like the way German are being productive. Spain is mostly if you go to a street, you can see
Sorry.
seven hotels in that street, seven five-star hotel or
Yeah.
seven star or four-star hotels, Airbnb
Yeah.
everywhere. And this thing here is like a nightlife. Nobody sleeps in Spain. It's like a 24 hours. You come out at
Hours
3 a.m.
industry. Yeah.
You see people. Yes. So everywhere is like no dulling moments. Everywhere is like full of people, like different race, different tribes, different countries, mulattoes, as in Negroes, different kind of skin color you see here. The
It's
fat, the
lovely.
blue. So it is. So the thing is, it's
Mm,
when it comes to hospitality, and they are always up top notch. There are always restaurants everywhere. You see restaurants. The way you don't go, you see different kind of restaurants. You see, you understand. So I think
mm,
it's the culture of the country, and these people like they don't joke. Imagine. A typical Spanish man would have breakfast and take a wine with it. Have lunch, take a wine. Have dinner, take a bottle of wine. So because the country produces wine, the country is like a wine.
Wine,
Imagine
yeah.
a country that
Wine
does
is
wine and is
wine is
hospitality
everywhere.
everywhere, bros.
Brother, when
You
I come
get
to
to
Madrid, you go pack wine, give me. If I come
bros.
Madrid,
Don't worry, don't
you go
worry
pack
yourself.
wine, give me.
That one is you don't even have to mention that. Or you will run away in wine. Which type of wine do you want? The types. So there are wines that have stayed for 10 years. There are wines that have lasted for. There are quality wines here, and like if you check on the
Mm.
statistics, Spain is like one of the top oil top wine producing countries. Like quality wines, and
Yeah,
they are cheap.
yeah.
Quality wines, and they are cheap. Imagine they export Spanish wine outside to different countries to rebottle it and write it made in their country. You understand?
And
So, and I've
mm.
visited like one or two or three wineries here to see how this process of wine is being done, and
I
also
was
grapes too.
done. Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah,
that's how it is. It plays because they have a good weather for it, and also Portugal too.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I forgot to mention Portugal. Yeah, I've been there as well. I was in Faro. I think it was last year. Yeah,
Faro.
yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's beautiful. Faro is also good. I
yeah.
was in Lisbon, but
Okay. Pardon?
when I traveled there, I was in Lisbon.
Yeah, yeah. You said so. Yeah. Let's come back to football a bit. Obviously the Euros is ongoing now. Um, yeah. So who are you supporting for the Euros? At least now most of the teams have played all their two matches. I think two matches now.
Yeah, yeah,
So who are you
yeah,
supporting to win?
yeah. For me, I would always go. My number one choice would be Spain first. Spain would be my number
Uh-huh.
one choice. And the culture
Yeah.
of football here is big, and Spain has a good team and good footballers. And
Oh,
my second choice
yeah.
is Germany, Germany,
Hmm.
and I'll give the last to Portugal if they would go far.
Wow.
I'll give the last to Portugal. Yeah, these are like neighboring. And also, I didn't mention.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not having the banter. Like I think I don't know if Italy has qualified also because we won Italy. I don't know
Yeah.
if
Italy are in the same group with Spain. Obviously,
yeah
Spain beat
they
them 1-0.
they're in
Yeah.
the same group because that
But
was the toughest
obviously,
match. We are
yeah.
rivals. Like those
Mm.
two teams are like hell. Like they're like when you're playing a classico. You understand a classico.
Mm.
Like so.
Yeah.
I think for
Yeah.
me,
Italy are
and also
second in
I
their
don't.
group.
I would also want England to go far, but I would also want England to go far, but there's a but there. There's a but there. For me personally, there's a but there. Why? Because actually, I don't know how this world best thing is being done. I want Vinicius Junior to have the world best to win it. Like, do you understand? He deserves it,
Mm.
but I don't
Mm.
know if it's gonna happen. But the thing is, if England should go far in this, it can be an opportunity for Bellingham to get the world best. Do you
To
understand?
get,
I don't know if
yeah,
that's true.
yeah.
Huh? You get
Mm.
if he does
Yeah.
well in these Euros, he might lift that. But I don't know if he's too
I mean,
if it's
the-
not possible for him. But I believe Vinicius Junior deserves it.
yeah, but the Copa America is on as well. So if Brazil wins it, then it's you know, it's 1-1, isn't it? You won
No,
Champions League and Euro. You won
I
Champions
think
League and Copa America.
yes, yeah, he won La
Just
Liga.
I
Like
say the
Bellingham
Euro
won
is
La Liga, won Champions League,
mm,
and probably now is if he does well in the Euros, he's up for it. I wish the better.
yeah.
Both of them are playing for Real Madrid, so but I believe the one that has an upper edge should be Vinicius Junior. He has paid his dues
Yeah,
for Real
yeah, I
Madrid.
think so too.
He's done well.
I think
He
so.
has
I mean,
paid his
Vinicius
dues.
was very good this
Yeah,
past season. So
he
yeah,
has
I
paid
think
it.
I think he should win it as well.
Yeah, and he
Bellingham's
scored a
time
goal.
will
He scored a
come.
goal in the Champions League final too. So you get he's
Mm, mm,
outstanding.
yeah, yeah. I agree with you. I mean, obviously,
Then
okay. So
another
for
player I would want that could have won this is Haaland, but I don't think if he can. I would wish Haaland would get it, but I don't know
I
if
don't think so. I don't think so. So who are you picking for tonight's game then? Today, so you have Scotland versus Hungary, and then you have Switzerland versus Germany. So what are your
Uh,
predictions for the two games?
Switzerland could surprise Germany, but the thing is, Germany has a good squad, and our legend is there, and I would mention um, Tony Cruz, which is
Mm,
I don't know if he's going to be starting off the match, but I think this should be his last Euros. This is going to be his
yeah,
last Euros for him because he already Madrid. He already said he's hanging the boots. He's no more playing again. So I believe
yeah.
I'd give it to Germany. I'd give it to Germany
Mm-hmm.
to win, and I would
So
also the other team is Scotland.
Scotland versus Hungary.
Scotland, Hungary. Scotland,
Yeah,
Hungary.
I mean, obviously we know that. I mean, Scotland they got a draw against Switzerland in their last game,
Hmm.
but I mean that was obviously a very labored effort. So I'm not sure if they really have it in them. Really, Scotland. I'm not sure about that. To be fair.
Yeah, Hungary is a
Uh,
good side too.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Hungary is a good side too
yeah.
when it comes to
Um,
European football. So I
okay.
believe the best Germany is
mm,
favorite top. Like let them probably go through the group stage, and they are good to go. They are good to go. They play
right.
well.
Okay.
Rudiger is there. Tony Cruz is there, and all of them. And I wish them luck. I wish them luck.
Right. Okay. So now to the quick fire. So I've got two questions for you that
Quickly,
you just tell me what you think about them. So the first one
yeah.
is how many countries are part of the Schengen Agreement? First of all, do you know what the Schengen Agreement is and how many countries are part of it?
The last time I checked, are you sure it's not 26 countries? I don't know if they have more. I think it's,
Well,
I don't know if I'm correct, but I think it's 20, 26 or 23. 26, let me say.
no,
I don't know if they
no,
added
it's not
more.
23. Yeah,
26.
obviously Croatia just joined. Croatia just joined.
There are some countries that joined. I don't know if Poland is there.
Yeah,
Ukraine, I don't know if they've
yeah.
joined, if they accepted them
Hmm.
yet. There are some controversies about the
Yeah.
war and
So you
stuff.
have Austria, Belgium, Bulgaria has just joined. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, Bulgaria, and also I don't know if Romania also joined recently too. Some countries joined recently, so
Yeah, okay,
the
that means you
current
are right. You're right then, because based on the figures of last year, 26. So with
yeah
Bulgaria and Croatia joining now is 28 now. But yeah,
uh
obviously, yeah. So you've got Austria, Belgium, Bulgaria, Czech Republic, Croatia, Denmark, Estonia, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Hungary,
yeah
Iceland, Italy, Latvia, Lithuania, Liechtenstein, Luxembourg, Malta, Norway, Netherlands, Poland, Portugal, Romania, Slovakia, Slovenia, Spain, Sweden, and Switzerland. So yeah, that's the first one.
but there's a question in
Is-
quote is Switzerland a Schengen country? Is Switzerland a part of the Schengen?
Yeah, they are.
Or is it just European Union or Schengen? There's a different. Switzerland is just one
Yeah,
because Switzerland doesn't use euros. Switzerland is
they are
using
not in the
Swiss
European
franc.
Union. Yes,
Maybe
yes,
they are
yes,
not in Europe, but they are part of the Schengen countries, right?
yes. Yeah.
They are not European
It's a
Union.
different agreement. It's a different agreement altogether. That's also,
Yeah,
and that's the thing about Europe, really. And I think Europe is the bane of democracy because every country has a choice on what they want
yeah,
to do, and that's the
yeah,
sweet thing about Europe, and that's one of the reasons I think I like Europe because for instance, Switzerland are not part of the EU,
yeah.
but
But yeah,
they are part
Schengen.
of the Schengen Agreement.
Yeah,
Things like that. Some other countries as well are not. I think I'm not sure Bulgaria. So it's just really left to you as a country do what you want to do, and it's nice. That's democracy, right?
Yeah.
Um, the second question that I have for you, well, this should be easy actually. And as a football fan, I think
I
this one
don't
should
think
be
it's
very easy,
easy.
pretty easy.
It's not going to be easy. Don't say that, though. Are you
So
sure it's
this
going to be
one, this
easy?
one should be,
It's a lie. Don't for my
it's
hand.
gonna be easy. So the question is, what is the capital of Austria?
Austria.
Yeah.
Austria. Vienna.
Mm.
Huh? Wait.
Yeah, yeah,
Vienna.
it's Vienna. Yeah, yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's Vienna. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I wish you'd ask me the
Okay.
capital of Switzerland. Let me follow your hand. Let me see, tell you that I don't even know itself.
Well,
Like the capital of
I
Switzerland.
mean, Austria, their team in this tournament has really, really surprised me. They've been doing really good in the
Yeah.
tournament. They've been really good, really, really impressive. And honestly, I picked them in the last game to beat the team they beat the last time, and they Poland. Yeah, they beat Poland 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um,
They delivered
Ralph
their
Rangnick
food.
has been their manager. He's been doing a good job, fantastic job there. Yeah, my brother, this is, we're now at the final stretch of today. I really, really appreciate your time today. And is there
Yeah.
anything else you want to say before we wrap up? Is there, you know,
No, no, for me,
anything?
I would always tell anybody that you just have to keep a luta continua vittoria etc. You keep struggling. It's not easy anywhere. It is never easy, but you just keep pushing. You keep pushing. That's the only thing I usually tell people. Don't think it's easy because people think when you come to the Western world, you just hit money. No, it's even more a game of like it's not your home country where you can actually run to somebody for help or whatsoever. So I also
Yeah.
believe in yourself first. Believe in yourself first. Always motivate yourself first. When you motivate yourself first, then you keep going. No matter the hurdle around you, you would cross it. Do you understand? So I always advise people to always go slowly. Don't follow the fast lane. Always try to be good to everyone around tomorrow. I've helped people in the past that I don't even remember, and now like once they imagine Fechi came to my wedding just from the UK down for just one reason, which I was even surprised when he told me the reason why he came to my wedding, and I was like, seriously, D, you still remember? Back then, while in school,
Mm.
he needed us to be there for him. We appeared, so we came to his house for his occasion, and he told me he'd never forget that in his life, and that is why he graced my wedding. And I was so happy. For me, I'm always free with people. I like to put myself in other people's shoes and tolerate them and
Yeah.
they tolerate me back. So it's just it. I don't say I'm good now because I want something for you or I need a favor from you. No, I just do it and
Mm.
it's just the way it
And
goes.
forget it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this life is all about experiences. It's all about the people we. It's about people, really. Everything we do. So human beings should be, for me anyway, the most important sort of aspect. Relationships, right? That's the word I was thinking about.
Yeah.
It's about
Matter.
relationships that you build. It's about the connections you build with people.
Yes.
And yeah, yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you
Also, I would
100%.
say anybody that needs anything around the European Union, you want to come to Madrid, or you have an issue, or you need an accommodation, or there's one or two things you are having difficulties in Europe, bro. The thing is, here at any point in time for any kind of connections. I could link
Nice one.
thing. Yeah, probably. I don't know if this is the forum to do this, but actually, since I've been in this country, I've brought like four people down to Spain since 2018 down here for studies and from for other
Yeah,
kind of processes also. So the thing is, I'm a freelancer. I have connections, and I also try to have more connections. So if there's anything in Europe, DM me. para preguntar las cosas, todos, la vida. Sorry, I'm speaking Spanish right now.
No,
I
enjoy,
cannot go
enjoy,
with
bro.
you.
Enjoy, just
It's fine. It's
enjoy.
fine. It's good. So one of these days, also, I'll be making my trip. Like very soon, when I start planning to travel, I'll be moving around to so many countries. Probably England, Canada, USA, and all the shit. Like we see what we can do. So, bro,
So,
thanks for this.
mm,
Thank you for this opportunity, and probably subsequently we
you're
might talk
welcome,
about
bro.
topics. If you want
Yeah.
me, I'm
Where
always
can we
flexible.
find you? Your Instagram, Twitter, X, if you have a YouTube, anything. Where can people find you? Just I will also
Uh,
attach it when I post the video. Where can people find you?
Actually, I have two. I have my Instagram, my official Instagram. That's a private one, and also have a business one. Probably I could drop it to you later. And
Yeah. Yeah, you
very,
can share it as well. You can if you can mention it in the video if you want, that's
uh,
okay.
probably I'd probably give out my own my private Instagram, which is Kentro,
Mm.
KENTRO underscore NZ, and probably my business. Profile is where you see all the activities I do about nature, and also it's Hugo.ken. Like my name is Hugo Chuku, but in Spanish they call Hugo Hugo, like Hugo Boss. You know Hugo Boss the
Yeah,
perfume now. So it's like
yeah.
Hugo dot Ken. That's the other Instagram. So also I'm on TikTok also, where I just joined recently, and women's words. They just want you to just try and play around with some of these apps. But once I have
Okay.
time, I actually go there. Also, I'm on TikTok. And bro,
Nice.
I like this. I like this you're doing, and I probably might connect some other people all over the world we know that are also in Europe and other part of the Western world to have this kind of
Yes, please.
and share ideas. You understand?
Thank you very much, my brother. It's been nice, chatting with you today. Thank you for the time. Thank you for everything.
It's a
I'll
pleasure.
catch up with you later. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks guys for watching the video. I mean, you know what we do here. What we do here is we try to bring in interesting guests. Guests from all different fields, all professions, people that can tell their story, just so that we can get to share the story of real people that are doing extraordinary things. Thank you for supporting the channel. Do follow us. Follow me on my Instagram. Follow me on X, and subscribe to the channel. Share the video, and I will see you on the next one.